Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Kristen and I love to craft. Today we are going to be making a back to school goodie bag for the boys teachers. So let's get into today's video. Since tomorrow is the first day of school, I ordered some last minute school supplies from walmart.com. You can order some supplies from Amazon. I will have these bags linked down in the description box below. And Walmart did mess up my order. They only sent me 1 pack of Expo markers, 1 pack of highlighters, and orange sticky notes whenever I ordered yellow. So we are just going to have to kind of improvise since I did wait to the very last minute. Now I did add some Germex. These are like huge bottles of Germex. So we're also going to be adding those as well. And my mom did make these cute little back to school teacher cards that holds a little gift card. I thought that that was just so neat. So we are going to stop by Chick-fil-A and get them a gift card. That way that they can pick up dinner on the way home or use it for a future meal. So we are going to be putting gift cards in both of those. I also used my Cricut and some vinyl. I will link this specific vinyl down below. This vinyl weeds like butter. I will not stray away from this brand, so be sure to check it out as well. I know you can't tell right now, but I did cut some flowers and some pencils. So let's go ahead and weed this out first and get it put on the bags. I'm going to be using my pokey tool and I'll probably put this in 2 times speed. Okay, I did go ahead and weed everything out. Let me show you those cute little pencils. And that is what they look like. They are really tiny. I would say that they're about an inch, maybe an inch and a half. And then the flowers, I did different sizes as well. So let's go ahead and start adding them to the bags. I'm going to be using some transfer tape. You can get this from the Dollar Tree, Amazon, Walmart, oh, even Hobby Lobby as well. I'm going to need just a little piece, so let's go ahead and cut it just from here to here. I may even trim this down a little bit smaller since what we are working with is pretty small. So now we're just going to peel off that backing just like that. And then we're going to take the sticky side and just put it down over it. And since these are so small, I'm just going to use my finger, or if you have a little scraper tool, you can also use that as well. And then now I'm just going to gently lift it up. These are so tiny. Okay, so now we have it on our transfer tape. I know it's kind of hard to see. There we go. And now we're just going to place them kind of randomly. I think that is the only one I did not weed out, the little middle part. Oh my goodness. Okay, there we go. I was looking for my little tool. I forgot to weed out that tiny little piece right there. Man, it is really stuck on there. So I think that is just a testament to how good that this vinyl actually sticks. I may have to work with this a little bit. Okay, I finally got it off. So we have that one there. And let's see if I can get at least 2 on here. This is a very low tack transfer tape, so we might have to use a new piece more often just because, again, it's low tack and you're using it, your fingerprints are getting all over it. But good thing this is a very, very cheap transfer tape, and that's why I love it. So it's very affordable. All right, let's just go ahead and place these very randomly. I think I'm going to do the pencils first, and then we will move on to the flowers. Oops, that did not peel up. Let's try that again. All right, let's do a pencil maybe here. Let's get a piece of paper or something. Okay, so I brought a piece of red cardstock. That way that you guys can see those pencils a lot better. It's going to look so cute whenever everything is filled in here. So let's go ahead and do a couple of flowers. I think we can fit about 2. So we'll put that right there. Use our scraper tool, go over it. And then we'll just peel that back. Again, placing these very randomly. That looks good. I think for this, I'm actually just going to use the smaller flowers. They just look a little bit better. Just size-wise, they look better. So we'll do 2 more. All right, let's see. Let's place 1 towards the bottom. And then 1 about, let's say right there. All right, let's take a look. I'm thinking that we might need a flower right here and maybe 1 at the bottom there. So let's get 2 more of those. I cut out tons of flowers because I always need them for projects. They are just so simple, very elegant. And I can always store these in my little scrap bin. That way that I always have some flowers to pull. Okay, so we have that flower there. Let's do 1 maybe right here. And I think that that looks great. I'm sorry that there's a glare. I've not been able to figure out the whole glare situation. I'm still working on it, so hopefully, fingers crossed, we will find a solution soon. But this is what it looks like so far. Let's go ahead and do the second one. Now, I really wanted to add their names to the bags, but since we're doing this on YouTube, I just don't really feel like that comfortable putting their names on here, just for the privacy of the boys. But if you are making your project at home, you can definitely add their names to the front. That would be super cute. You could even add like an apple silhouette. I mean, there are just tons and tons of ideas to add to these clear bags. And if you check on Pinterest, there are tons of ways to use these bags, not only for back to school teacher gifts. You can use them for Christmas gifts for teachers or Christmas gifts for your friends. You could put like a little can of soda or a little snack in here and just decorate the bag. That would be very cute. All right, so let's put that pencil right there. I should probably look at how I did the last one. Put that one right there. And then let's get 2 more pencils. This is such a simple way to just show that gratitude towards your teacher's kids. They absolutely love receiving gifts. I promise you that. I have a friend here on YouTube who's also a teacher, and I just know the joy that she gets whenever she receives something as small as even a pencil. I mean, it just shows that little things like this go a long ways. All right, so that is the last pencil that we're going to put on there, and it looks like we have 2 left over. And then we are going to use up some of these flowers. So we're going to take 2 flowers there. All right, and then we'll put 1 right there, 1 right there. It looks like we're going to only have to use 1 piece of transfer tape, which is awesome. We are saving on our supplies. All right, let's take this last one here, and I do have extras, so we will go ahead and get that strip. And if we were doing it just like the other bag, we need 3 more. So we'll take these 2 here. Again, using that scraper tool. I know that you can get scraper tools from Dollar Tree that look exactly like the Cricut brand. So if you are in need of a scraper tool, definitely head on over to your local Dollar Tree. They have amazing craft supplies that are super affordable. Even the little pokey tool that I used, I'm pretty sure that this one came from the Dollar Tree, and it looks exactly like the Cricut brand. All right, so let's go ahead and take this last little flower here, and we're just going to place it right there. All right, and there we have another very cute decorated bag. Let's go ahead and get this vinyl out of the way. Okay, so the next thing that I wanted to do is fill it with some crinkle. You can buy huge bags from Amazon. I will have them linked down in the description box below, so don't forget to check it out. So I'm just going to pull from my big bag. Let's go ahead and open up our bags first. Yeah, that is a really decent size bag. All right, let's fill it with some crinkle. So now that we have a good bit in the bag, let's go ahead and start adding some supplies. Of course, teachers are going to need that Germex. So we'll stick it right there. The sticky notes that I wish were yellow and not orange. Put those in there. A whole pack of pens. I love how these are the color of the rainbow. This is what we have so far. Next, they only delivered 1 pack of highlighters and 1 pack of expo markers. So I guess I'm going to have to open those up, which I really don't like, but goodness, okay, it's fine. It'll be fine, it'll be fine. All right, so since we only have 2 teachers, I guess we'll just do 2 and 2. Stick those down in there, and then 2 highlighters. And we can stick those, let's go towards the back. I know it might be hard for you guys to see, but I'm just shoving things in the bag. Okay, so we have that. And then we have bubble gum. My son loves bubble gum, and he was begging for his pack last night. I did buy a pack of 3, that way that the teachers can have 1 each. So that's why it's already opened. All right, so we have our bubble gum, and then 1 for the other bag. Go ahead and shove that down in there. And I bought the classic bubble. This is so nostalgic to me. I don't know why. I guess it just reminds me of my childhood, but classic bubble is definitely the way to go. All right, so we'll put that one down in there. And this is what our bag looks like so far. I know that you can hardly see the flowers and the pencils on camera, but I promise you in person, it stands out so much and it's so pretty. We are also going to be adding a card with a gift card in here. I have to pick that up on the way to open house tonight, but these are going to be for the first day of school. So it'll look something like that. And then I'm going to take some ribbon and just tie it together. I wonder if I can just kind of snap it for now. Oh yeah, that is so cute. And then the kids can just bring it in like this. Now I'll probably put the card somewhere like, you know, slid in on the back so that it looks like that on the inside. But there we have it. Now I do want to add a bow to it. So I'm just going to take some satin ribbon, and I usually just eyeball it. I mean, that's probably like 1.5 feet, I would say. And then we're just going to cut it right there. Now, if you put these together, like fold it in half, and then you do like a little slice upwards, kind of like a triangle, it will create the effect like that. Isn't that so cute? Okay, so let's do that. Oh, well, I probably shouldn't have done that yet, but anyways, so that's how you do that little end right there. I think they call it like a fishtail end. I'm not really sure. But let me show you how I tie my bows. They are super simple. I just hold it like this, wrap it around, go under this one, also go under the back one, pull it through, and then I'm going to loop it underneath this one here. And then I'm going to pull it. Just kind of weave it back and forth like this. And there we have it, our cute little bow. So see how I shouldn't have cut it early? Let's move that out of the way. But now we are just going to take the ends of it, and I'm actually just going to trim this one down to the size of the other one. And then we can just pinch it like that, trim it like a triangle, pinch this one like so, and then trim it up like a triangle. All right. Oh no, I cut it the wrong way. How in the world did I do that? Okay, let's try that again because I did not do that correctly. Pinch it, and we're going to cut it upward like that. I think one might be longer than the other. That is going to drive me crazy. So again, squeezing it, and we're going to cut it upward just a little bit like that. All right, so now we have a cute little bow. Okay, and now I'm just going to take a glue dot. I will have these linked down below as well. And I'm going to stick it to the back of the ribbon like that. And then let's just add it to this little part right here where that button is. And there we have it, a very super cute and easy back to school teacher gift. It just has a couple supplies for them. This year the boys are going to a completely different school system and they don't have school supply list. So I wanted to just provide something a little extra for the teacher. But yeah, that is just super easy, quick. You can order all of this stuff to your door just like I did, or you can go pick it up. Most of these supplies can be found at the Dollar Tree as well, especially the sticky notes, the bubble gum, hand sanitizer. I know for sure they have highlighters. I know for sure that they have expo markers, and I'm sure that they have pens. I've bought plenty of pens from the Dollar Tree. Oh, and the crinkle, I know that they have many different colors of the crinkle. So you can definitely pick these supplies up from the Dollar Tree, Amazon, Walmart, Target, anywhere. So now that we have this one done, I'm going to go ahead and do the other one off camera. But thank you guys so much for tuning into today's video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it just as much as I did, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!